Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to the videos. Another paid request. This time for Masi. Thank you for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for the 2001 film The Others, starring Nicole Kidman, where it takes place in the 1940s. Nicole Kidman and her two kids are in this country house, seeming in the middle of nowhere. There's this thick fog showcasing the whole entire area, and things are going the best. Her husband's at war. Her kids, I guess, are affected by sunlight, so a lot of times the curtains have to be closed. And these three servants come up and says, "Can we have a job?" And ultimately she kind of says okay. And throughout the course of the film, the two kids keep hearing these noises. They may in fact be ghosts, or as they call it, intruders. And the movie goes on from there. Now, it's one of those films where, if you know the twist, I don't know how much the film is rewatchable. Because I saw this film long ago, and I thought, okay, it's a good film. Like, it's well made, cinematography-wise. It definitely gives a sense of menace and foreboding doom and gloom, with the thick fog showcasing the area and the dark inner recourses of this house, pretty much a mansion. The acting, Nicole Kidman, capable actress, where she seems loving, but she's also stern when she needs to be. The kids, the boy has a sweet innocence to him. The girl is a bit older, and it seems like she has a little bit of maybe knocking heads with the mom at times. Definitely at times some friction. More so as she doesn't believe what her kids are saying, and the girl is the one seeing the ghost the most, seeing four of them, in particular this old woman. But she also mentions there's this kid ghost named Victor that she keeps seeing. And the movie's definitely a slow burn. It's a slow burn film. You say it's a subtle film. There's not gore. There's not set pieces. There's not... Once in a while there's a jump scare. But it's very much a slow burn movie. As you start noticing that the three housekeepers, the three servants, there's something up with them. They're hiding some kind of secret. You're kind of wondering... I mean, I knew already because I've seen this film before, but I'm just saying as your first time viewing, you're thinking, okay, what's going on here? Wait, the husband arrives and he seems distant, very distant. And then he says he wanted to say bye to his family, and the next day he's just gone. And even one day they wake up and all the curtains are gone, and Nicole Kidman's freaking out because her kids are affected by sunlight. And it's one of those films that, again, it's well acted, it's a good looking movie, but it is one of those films that I kind of realized now why I never owned this movie, that it's not a bad film at all. It's just not a film I really have ever been interested in rewatching again. In a way, it's kind of like The Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense is another film where, if I'm being honest, do I think it's a bad film? No. Bruce Willis does a good job. Haley Joel Osment does a good job. It is a well-directed film in terms of the way M. Night showcases his shots, like the balloon rising up into the ceiling and all this. It has some effective jump scares, like the review when the kid's in the tent and you have the reveal of that face looking through the tent, the little fort, the Haley Joel Osment is Bade. You're like, what the fuck? But it's not a bad film at all. But then again, your mind's going, but do I ever really care to rewatch it? I think it's the power of the twist, if you didn't see it coming, of course, that kind of really hooks you in to give this certain energetic feeling when the movie's over. And then, oh my god, do you believe that twist? Oh my god, I can't believe it was that. And then once it settles, it's like, well, okay, that feeling's gone now. Not a bad twist. But do I need to experience it again? I don't know. As opposed to, say, Jacob's Ladder, 1990 film, which does have a twist at the end. But to me, the rest of the film is just much more visceral, emotional. You really get into Tim Robbins, Jacob Senior, his character, just all the hell he goes through. And this topsy-turvy thing. And just something about that film is the exception to the rule that even though I know, it still makes me want to revisit that film multiple times. I don't know, just maybe just Jacob's Ladder just feels like, maybe because Jacob's Ladder for me, it wasn't a slow burn. It wasn't like, oh, not a lot's happening, so there's this big, it's a lot more set pieces, a lot more stuff going on that give these big memorable scenes, and then you have the cherry on top at the end. Here is this subtle stuff going up until you get the reveal. And watch it again, I wouldn't say I found it scary or creepy. I don't know if I ever found it scary or creepy of a movie. There's plenty of movies where you have, noises and knocks, and whether it be The Changeling of George C. Scott, which I enjoy, various other movies of dealing with hauntings. So there's nothing new on that front. I think it's mainly Nicole Kidman's performance that carries the film fairly well for a chunk of the movie, as well as the environment, especially the fog outside. They did a nice job. Man, that looked pretty legit of a spooky atmosphere, the outside of the place. But like I said, unless you're talking about the ending, probably the only other scene people would mention is where Nicole Kidman sees this old woman with these eyes like white as can be, and Nicole's like, "Where's my daughter? Are you mad? I am your daughter." So this old creepy looking woman, but it's got his daughter's voice. And Nicole kind of slams her, and then, wait, it is her daughter? That's probably the scene people think of until the twist. And that kind of says a lot about the movie. Like, if you think about the others now, take out the twist ending, take out, okay, Nicole Kidman's performance, what scenes in the movie come to mind? It's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot. I think that comes into why, like I said, I do not think it's a bad film, but for me, it's not a film that would be on my list of my 100 favorite horror films, or films that I own and want to rewatch over and over again, that type of thing. Because you find out, spoilers for those who haven't seen it, number one, you find out that the servants are ghosts, because Nicole finds these pictures of them being dead and finds their graves. Because you see the servants hiding these graves, and then you realize, oh, they're hiding their own graves. So okay, the twist is these three servants are ghosts, they gotta run away. But then, as Nicole Kidman's character being more hysterical, and not in the funny way, you realize that the intruders, the ghosts, are people who are alive. And it's the family, Victor, his two parents, and then this old blind lady who does seance to try to talk to the dead. That family's the one being haunted by Nicole Kidman and her two kids. She's trying to find out, and Nicole Kidman's character found out that her husband in the war had died in the war, and she was so distraught she was going to end her life, but then she also killed her two kids, then shot herself with a gun. So that's why they've been stuck here in limbo, purgatory, however you want to put it. Now, first off, that makes me absolutely despise Nicole Kidman's character. Because I know you to pontificate, well, they were alone. They were in the middle of nowhere. They didn't have anybody. But at the same time, because we label this such a mystery, this reveal is a lot to take in. This bitch still killed her two kids. If you're on the news, if you're watching the news and you read this, you hear it, you would still say, fuck that bitch. No, I don't care. She killed the two kids. Fuck that bitch. So now you think Nicole Kidman, fuck that bitch. So it makes me absolutely hate Nicole Kidman's character. So when you're rewatching the film, I know we're supposed to feel sorry for her because of her loneliness. That's not good enough. I'm sorry. A lot of people are lonely. Use your hand. Find a toy. Find a Playboy, or in this case a Playgirl. Or it was 1940s. Make up your own fucking play. I don't care. Move. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Go find the Oregon Trail. Find a wagon train. Find a bus to catch. Whatever the hell 1940s equivalent. Find something. Find anything. Find Jesus. Find whatever. You still murder your two kids. I would think the two kids, when they find this out, would be more pissed. If the two kids, especially the older girl, was more pissed. But no, they don't react. She says, no, my mom didn't do that. But then Nicole Kidman literally explains to the kids what happened. If I was one of those kids, I'd be pissed. Because hell, we're not going anywhere anyway. I don't want to spend at least a couple of years being pissed off at you. So I think the kids, if they showcase that the kids were more pissed and there's much more disconnect between them and the mom once they find out what happened to them. Or if it was the kids hate the mom and you're wondering, for some reason they hate the mom, but they don't know why they hate the mom. That's what I thought they were doing with the daughter, and why she was being kind of seemingly prickly towards the mom. Is that somehow deep down she knew, but just the other kid didn't know. But I don't know if that's what they were going for, or I'm just making shit up in my head. But if that was maybe put into to the build up to it, so when you watch it, you know, oh, that's why the kids are so deep down angry at her. And I guess the reason they're affected by the sun, I still trying to understand why they are affected by the sun. Because they're dead. Well, she's not affected by the sun, it seems. I'm still trying. But now they're not. Maybe it's some ailment they had in real life, but because they're dead, of course, they don't feel anything, so they don't have to worry about the sun anymore. I just think the kids would be more pissed if you found out. Okay, if you're a ghost and you're with your mother or your father ghost, and you found out you say your father ghost killed you, would you be pissed off at him? I'd be pissed off. I'd do a couple of these, couple of these, couple of these, and these. Maybe one of these and one of these. I'll go through, I'll keep doing it. Hit the air. You just don't care. I mean, it's a nice twist, but at the same time, like the Sixth Sense, that means the people, the person you've been watching the whole time was a ghost the whole time. So, it's the sixth sense, but if it's three people, instead of one person. But I like the idea that who they thought were ghosts were actually real alive people. I don't know, I like that idea. Almost like a weird take on well, I was going to say a weird take on Beetlejuice, but they're the owners of the house and these intruders come in, but they know they're people know it's not the same thing. I know. I don't know. For some reason, it just popped in my head. So the twist ending does catch you off guard, but that idea makes me go, well, why does these kids? They should be more pissed off at the mom. I don't buy her reasoning as to why she did this. It makes me not care about the person at all. So you're in a rewatch, you don't want to fuck this bitch. But yet the movie, I don't think it's want us to think that either. They still wants us to feel sorry for Nicole Kidman, even on a rewatch, and I don't really buy it. Sorry, when innocent kids are killed, I'm sorry about your own mental faculties, but when you're still killing innocents, your own kids and such, my sympathy goes out the fucking window. It's in the mail with the red flag up. Sorry, being sent out to the black hole, my asshole that you kiss. So the idea, it's not a bad film. It's well acted. It does have an interesting twist. It's just not a film for me that has a lot of rewatchability. I didn't really find much to be scared of about the movie or creeped out about. I'm sure others they will. For me, I could just go back and watch George C. Scott's film The Changeling, among other movies, even more extravagant way, Poltergeist, things of that nature. Session 9, which I know is not the same, but like that's a film that has a slow burn, but it does have a twist, but that one, I think because that one I felt more of the tragedy of it. And that one had much more of a, like that was a creepy atmosphere, the whole asylum and the way that was shot by Brad Anderson. Like that one, you can even argue if it's a haunted movie or if it's not a haunted movie, depending on your interpretation. Like that was more effective to me in my look at movies compared to this one. And in a way, I would say almost, that film did more of what I was into in this genre than this film did. But again, it's not a bad film, the others. Not a bad film. Nicole Kidman does give a good performance. She's definitely the best part of the movie. So with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.